All I have to do to complete this back piece is wrap it with this 3/4 by 3/4 trim piece. I'm gonna put just a little bit of glue along the edge, not too much because I don't want it squeezing out, and then I'll nail it in place with some 1.5" 18 gauge brads. That finishes up the trim around this piece. I'm gonna flip it over and then we're gonna bring in the box. So my next step is to pocket screw this frame to the bottom panel that we built. Now, to center it up, it takes 15/16, so I'm gonna use this marking gauge to guide it along the edge, and so that won't have to measure every time. I'll just use the gauge to know when I've got the right reveal coming down the side, and I'll just run a screw in. Now, for right now, I'm gonna put kind of the minimum amount of screws that I can to keep the whole thing braced together, because there's always a slight chance once I get this installed that I may need to shift the panel just a little bit to get the right reveal between the panel and the cabinet box that we're building. But for right now, I'm gonna use this gauge. I'm just gonna try and keep the thing centered about 15/16 off the edge. So I want to get a few of these screws around the perimeter here. This wood blocking kind of covers up part of the pocket screw hole. So I'm going to use these slightly smaller screws in that area. If you see, this washer head's quite a bit bigger. So I'm going to use this smaller screw to slip in here where the wood blocking's partially got the hole blocked out. There's two hardware steps to complete in this box. The first one I'm going to do is to put the legs on. I've measured over 4.5 inches from the outside of the box, and I'm going to take this 1 3/8" drill and drill through from both sides to create a hole for the leg to come out. As soon as I see the tip starting to break through the back side, I'm going to switch and drill from the other side. So this piece just hooks through like that and then slides right over against the blocking, and I'm going to put it on with a bunch of about 3/4 inch screws. Although those screws are only 3/4 of an inch long, there's a total of 10 of them holding this leg, some of them into the bottom and some of them into the box. So that provides plenty of strength to hold this leg. Before I can put the next piece of hardware on, we have to add the edge stripping around the box. That gets it up to the total depth. And then we can install the pivoting hinge pieces to the box. You always want to install them to the box, and then the whole box has to slide inside the frame of the cabinet, and you raise the box up and attach the pivoting hinge to the box second. It's kind of a complicated process, but we're going to show you how that works here in just a little while.